how can there be too much Jennifer Tilly?
I'm usually used to working with my bosoms, and sometimes if it gets slow, I remove an article of clothing.
We hung out where the strippers were, so I learned how to climb to the top of the pole. Hi, I'm Jennifer Tilly, and this is my ET retrospective. My first ET interview.
I'm sure some of the movies I've done aren't going to last past next week, but...
Wow, okay. I'm pretty sure I did my own hair and makeup. I have a little funny voice, but look how young I was.
Nervous?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I off camera?
Oh my gosh, I'm hyperventilating in my vintage dress with my big clay bracelets.
I'm terrible at this. I'm really terrible at
No, you're doing a good job.
See, you ask me these questions that have funny answers, but I can't say the funny answers because I'll get in a lot of trouble.
What advice would you tell her?
I would say just be yourself. Don't be so nervous. You know, people are not judging you. There's nothing to be afraid of, little girl, nothing to be afraid of. Bullets Over Broadway.
He said afterwards, gee, I thought when I waved my fist at you that would shut you up, but nothing shuts you up, does it, Jennifer?
To shut her up.
I loved working with Chaz. He was so great.
I mean, you were, of course, Oscar nominated for this role.
Yes, I did not realize, you know, the whole award system is very political. Weinstein Studios wanted Diane Weiss to be in the supporting actress category, even though she was actually technically the lead. So they wanted to clear the way for her to win the award. So if I'm in there, I'll split the vote. And they were not happy when I got myself nominated. Because what I did was, I took out ads in Hollywood Reporter and Variety, and I slapped the Weinstein logo in the corner to make it look like they were taking out ads for me. And then, you know, I used to do Jay Leno all the time. And he called up my publicist and said, oh, does Jennifer want to come in and, you know, promote, you know, for her Oscar campaign? And I thought really bitterly, like, what Oscar campaign? And I said, well, I will come on the show if he only uses the word Oscar buzz in the introduction. So I was standing in the wings and he goes, our next guest has Oscar buzz surrounding her performance. And I thought really smugly, she does now. Then I stepped out onto the stage. So I created all the Oscar buzz because I was in all the roundups. That'll always be on my resume and it'll be in my obituary.
Do I make you nervous, Corky?
No.
Bound, oh my gosh.
It was really not erotic at all when we were shooting, and we couldn't stop laughing between scenes, but then when we went to watch the video playback, we got really scared and quiet, and we didn't want to look at each other, and we were like, oh, this is really sexy.
We had chemistry. Sometimes I've been on movies literally having an affair with my co-star and we have absolutely no chemistry. And Gina and I had sort of like a rough and tumble relationship, but we have loads of chemistry in this movie, chemistry to spare. But it was very groundbreaking. The lesbian storylines were few and far between, and when they had them, it would be very salacious. But they handled it with such delicacy, and that's one of my movies that I'm most proud of.
I didn't want to settle, Mr. Reed.
Liar, liar.
So I was exhausted just watching Jim. It's exhausting just to watch him go. You know, you just sort of sit and watch him and you think, how many more takes does he have in him?
That's true. I loved working with Jim because he really liked me and he would give me things to do. Like the last line of the movie, they just had me storming out after I lost the case. And he said, oh, why don't you say,
Don't you have some checks to write?
you know, when you have an exit line, that makes you memorable. The very first scene that we did, he said, Jennifer, as I leave the room, he pinched my bottom. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to. He was like, I don't want to pinch the $18 million butt. I think that's what he was getting for the movie. But I was like, he told me to do it, so I did it.
I am so grateful I have an attorney I can trust.
That's where all my hair fell out because I dyed my hair blonde. They overlapped the roots. But Liar Liar was a phenomenal film. I think it was the biggest box office hit I was ever in because most of the films I did were independent films or art house films.
Sorry, I'm not into short guys.
Bride of Chucky. Well, Tiffany was a totally iconic role. And I really fought tooth and nail against doing it because I had some sort of idea. I had come off my Oscar nomination. My career was coming along quite well. So in the beginning, I did not want to do Bride of Chucky. And I just started getting into the idea of playing this character. And thank God I did, because it's given me job security for over 27 years. I never thought 27 years later I would still be playing Tiffany. I'm very proud of Seed of Chucky. Seed of Chucky was a little bit reviled when it came out because it was so campy, and so the studio said it's too funny and there's too much Jennifer Tilly. And when I heard that, I was like, how can there be too much Jennifer Tilly? I was supposed to get 3% of, Tiffany merchandising, but I didn't have a lawyer and I never read it over because I thought everybody's gonna want one of these dolls. And years went by and they kept saying, oh no, there's no merchandising money for you. So I called SAG. Apparently, they put in the contract, Jennifer gets 3% of Jennifer Tilly merchandising. So if they ever make a Jennifer Tilly doll, I'm set, but I do not get 3% of the Tiffany doll. So that's, kids, always read the small print. Always read your contracts before you sign them. The television series just ended, but I know for a fact that there's more Chucky and Tiffany in the works. The gruesome twosome. Dancing at the Blue Iguana.
I was dancing at Spice World when they were open, but they didn't really have customers. And I was practicing climbing up the poles, which is a lot harder than it looks. And somebody came walking by and threw $4 on the stage. I was so thrilled. I think he felt sorry for me. I think he thought, that girl is never gonna make any money dancing like that.
We improvised the entire movie. We hung out where the strippers were some of the girls in the cast were actually getting up and stripping. So I learned how to climb to the top of the pole, and then because she's a junkie, I would just let go and fall on the ground. So that might be the reason why I'm the only person that didn't get an entire dance featured in the movie.
You're gonna have to come with us, ma'am.
Family Guy.
I mean, you're not gonna go to jail or anything, are you?
No, I'll be around. I need these voiceover checks to support my gambling addiction.
That's my favorite line ever. Family Guy is so fun because they break the fourth wall. So I'm so proud to be a part of it. And I've been doing it for over 30 years, so. Job security, we gotta love the job security. Monsters, Inc., aww.
I just got us into a little place called, Harryhausen's.
Harryhausen's? But it's impossible to get a reservation there.
Harryhausen. It was so fun. Not a lot of people know that I was the person that played Celia. The other thing that's funny is one of the few movies I've done for children. So I will have people come up to me and they'll be dragging their little kid and they'll be like saying, this is Celia in your favorite movie. And the kids are like crying. Like, no, Celia has one eye and snaky hair. This girl is ugly. The Haunted Mansion.
I'm usually used to working with my bosoms, and sometimes if it gets slow, I remove an article of clothing and it snaps the audience right back to attention. And I wasn't able to use any of my bag of tricks in this movie whatsoever.
Even though I only worked a few days on that movie, I really did feel like, oh, I'm one of the stars of the Haunted Mansion. Oh, and this is when I got my new publicist. There was no alcohol because they were doing the premiere was a kid's movie, so they just had like kid food, And Whitney goes, leave it to me. The premiere was on Hollywood Boulevard. She ran 3 blocks to a liquor store, came back with some bottles of wine for us. And our table was the most popular table because we were all drinking wine at the premiere, and word got out and everybody was coming over with a little glass, like, please.
I played the World Poker Tour earlier, but was all with celebrities, and we all know celebrities aren't very good players, so I'm a little nervous today because they're playing with the professionals.
That's when I met my boyfriend that I've been with for over 20 years now. And I actually thought that I was the most wonderful poker player in the world. After now I'm a semi-professional poker player, I realized I knew hardly anything. Tilla the Killer. That was my poker nickname for a long time because I was ruthless and I was always knocking people out of the tournament. Housewives, oh my gosh. I have had such a strange career. I didn't know they cut to me so much. They put the crunching sounds in there. I was as quiet as I could be. I was always a huge super fan of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and that's the only franchise I watched. And so when my friend Sutton got on the show, I felt weird, like, did I manifest that? And then they started asking, Sutton, does your friend Jennifer want to be on the show? And I was like, oh no, I'm a serious actress. I thought I would never forgive myself if I don't just see what it's like. And I know it's not done for a working actress to join the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but I just thought it could be so fun and such a romp and such an adventure. I just want to try it and see what it's like.
Jennifer is also trying another series. She's joined the cast of the supernatural teen drama School Spirits, which streams Wednesdays on Paramount+.
I'm not a historian, hun. I'm just the charming narrator. Everybody was so wonderful and welcoming to me. It made me feel really happy, and everybody was acting like I was such an important part of the show. It really is one of the happiest sets I've ever worked on. You'll have plenty of time to clean out your locker. My character, Dr. Hunter Price, she wants to bulldoze the school. And let's just say she has a lot of incentive to do that. She's not acting alone. She's also very desperate. She gets progressively more evil. And of course, the ghosts in the school have so much consternation about this because that's where they live. Now, where are they going to be if the school is gone? Of course, the kids are such fantastic actors. Peyton List and Milo Manheim. It's 100% on the tomato meter, which is no small accomplishment. People love it. The writing is spectacular. They never talk down to their viewers. They're like, this is the story we're telling. Do try to keep up.
How does it feel going through almost 40 years of Jennifer Tilly?
I loved it. It was so charming. I loved seeing all those little snippets. And I don't know, it's like a wonderful home movie to see how far I've come, and that I'm still working all these years later, which is such a blessing to be able to do. The greatest thing about what we do is that it affects other people and, makes them change their life, or a lot of people said they came out after they saw Bound. So I love being able to affect people's lives, and hopefully I'll be doing that for the next 30 years. I think that I was very determined to just keep going. Like, I never wanted to say, when the industry says, oh, okay, we're done with you, I'm like, oh no, you're not. It's like one door's locked and then you're sneaking around looking for a back way into the building. So I feel like also I have a tremendous ability to pivot. And I think as long as you're happy with what you're doing and what you're doing is creatively fulfilling and interesting to you, then that's reason to do it. Thank you for taking that journey with me.